when most of us are staying at home just to be safe, and for people who have the luxury to actually work from home, I suggest that we go through this aromatherapy as a way for us to kind of like trigger good emotions, good feelings, good memories, good vibes. I started purchasing scents from Favori. They can customize scents for companies who prefer to have their own signature scents. And knowing that they've been serving like 5-star hotels, big companies like office buildings, and even in the medical field they're also present, impresses me a lot. When a company tries to serve the medical industry or caring homes or any places that would have sensitivities like physical sensitivities, that means that the products must meet those standards, and that also tells you how high quality the products are, because of course there will be regulations, there will be certifications, there will be tests. And I checked their website. They do have a lot of promos, and actually delivery fees are free if you reach 1,000 pesos in your orders. And that's very easy because if you have 3 rooms, 3 cents, that's about 1,000 pesos already. I actually got a coupon code for everyone who wants to try out Favori. They've extended 10% discount for anyone who will use my code. It's Kenosha 10. Because I am a beginner, I started with these types of dispensers, which are reed sticks. The sticks are actually the ones absorbing the oils, and as it absorbs through capillary action, it actually disperses the scent by way of course, airflow or movement. If somebody comes and goes in the pathways and the sticks are there, then it carries with it the molecules of the scent. It smells so good. You can try the electric power dispensers like the nebulizer type, and you can also try the ultrasonic vibrations. The scents come out like fine mists. These of course come with their directions for use. Not all the dispensers would be allowed for use like for an overnight, so be very careful. You really have to check the instruction manual. And if there's a timer, that's the best thing, because not only do you save on electricity, you also save on your aromatherapy oils, and of course for safety. Another thing for beginners aside from the reed sticks would be the candles. I myself just didn't try the candles because I live in an apartment building and I'm trying to stay away from open flames. So that's the only reason why. But if you would consider candles, they're very pleasant. Candles look very sexy, and the flames, the shadows that they cast, it's like very attractive and intriguing, and you can actually play with the colors of the candles themselves. So that's totally your choice and totally depending on the safety. Another thing that you need to consider when it comes to safety is, are you living with kids or do you have pets? So if you're living with kids, make sure that your dispensers are actually positioned high up where kids cannot reach for them or play with them, and you don't run the risk of them actually ingesting these aromatherapy oils, because some of them may smell so yummy, and it's a risk for kids who have no idea that they're not edible. Another thing is, if you may have those overhead or against the wall shelves where you can put your dispensers. However, if you have pets like a cat who have access to these shelves, they might trip them over. I remember when I moved to my own apartment, I had the sprayer type, which is the nebulizer type. I buy the scent off the shelves, and I never really explored the safety and all the health effects until I found out that you really need to decide on the quality of the products that you're using. So some of these products, if they are synthetic and if they are not safe, if they are not organic or not natural, they might have residual effects. They might leave residuals. So say for example, candles that are not natural will leave residual products inside your lungs, and may damage your lungs in the long run. And also, if you have sensitivities like allergies, it might not sit well with your system. You really need to check the products before you use them. If you already have a history of huge sensitivity, no matter how organic or how natural a product is, then probably you might want to hold off on the aromatherapy. So, if you're done with that decision, you now have to get into the fun stuff, which is to decide what kind of scent profile you want for your house. It turns out that you can actually assign scent profiles for each of the rooms of your house. So here we go. For the lounge area, the recommended scent profile would be anything that emulates being energized or being happy or being bright or being bouncy. So you can actually go into citrusy scents or anything that makes you feel vibrant and upbeat and happy. The scents like sweet orange, pomegranate, anything citrusy. So in the Favre website, they have a lot of different types of scent profiles, most of which are named in such a way that would make you understand what kind of feelings it will emulate. And they even have subtitles or additional words to actually explain more how they are expecting you to feel if you purchase that kind of scent. So that's a trick for you. You can actually go into the names of the scents. So like for me, I've chosen the warm sunshine. When I wake up, I wanted to feel like it's summer, it's warm, it's not super hot. When I start working, I want to be upbeat, I want to be energized, I want to be on the go, I want to be starting my day right, like I'm on my A game. It truly gives me that warm feeling. The place is so fragrant, but at the same time, it doesn't make me feel so sleepy. This is really something that I love. I really love the scent of warm sunshine. So now let's go to relaxing spaces like your bedroom, anywhere that you want to actually just relax and not think about work. That's the place where you need to put on scents like lavender, vanilla, anything floral. I have chosen Rain Dance from Favre as the one that is suited for my bed space. I like this because it feels very subtle. I don't know who among you are happy with the rain, but for me a little rain is just something that I love looking at, I love staring at, and at the same time I also want to stay in bed when it's raining. So I thought of the Rain Dance as a way for me to actually feel so comfortable while still in bed or while I'm lounging about, and I'm okay with falling asleep because these are areas where you're not expected to be very focused and centered. You're not expected to finish anything. Let's go to the kitchen, and I never thought for a second that kitchens can be something where you can put aromatherapy or essential oils in, because I thought, the kitchen has a lot of things going on. But apparently you can also add some scents in your kitchen, but make sure that this doesn't interfere with the scents that you have in the kitchen, like your food and the things that you're cooking. So when I was younger, my dad would teach us how to cook without tasting the food. So all we need to do was look at the food. We should observe how the food looks like, and we should always smell the food. The biggest test of all was having the entire family taste the food that we prepared without having the chance to actually taste test it. So knowing that, you also need to understand that the scents that you will place in the kitchen should not interfere with what you're doing and what you are cooking. So you might want to consider cinnamon, licorice, almond. I would recommend nutmeg. Probably would be a good scent to have in the kitchen, but tone it down. Some people would consider citrusy stuff, and that's totally your call. Again, this is your decision on what type of scent you want. But in the kitchen, tone it down for a bit. The recommended scent profiles for the bathroom would be anything that emulates freshness, being clean, having natural scents. So these are along the lines of pine scents, eucalyptus, peppermint, anything that makes you feel like you're refreshed. My choice from Favori was Winter Mint. And I really enjoyed this. I never expected this to make me really, really happy every time I visit the bathroom. So, it smells like mint. It's minty, but it's sweet. And then I realized that it smells like Christmas. It does smell like Christmas because it kind of like reminds you of candy canes. So if you have already decided on which of the scents you will follow for each of the parts of your house, then you need to adjust and refresh. So sometimes it might be too much, it might be too faint. So you have to step out in the room so you can be neutral about it, then enter the room and see for yourself if that already is within your expectations or it's within your sensitivity. If you noticed, I ordered 3 scents that were kind of like reminiscent of the season. So I had the warm sunshine, I had the rain dance, I had the winter mint. I wanted a profile for myself that feels like the 4 seasons. And well, rainy season is a season here in the Philippines. I did receive an extra from Favori and I'm really, really loving this. This is a room and linen spray, and I've never believed in these things before because all the things that were off the shelf that I bought, they never really linger. I mean, they're there when you spray them, but after a few minutes they're gone. But I haven't slept so well in the last 5 months since I sprayed this on. I couldn't even say enough other than it was a dreamless sleep, and when I woke up I felt like I felt so good. The relaxing room and linen spray smells like a spa. So I guess that really added to how I felt so relaxed. And one word of caution though, you don't overdo it. So I only limited to 2 sprays on my bed linen. At least 6 inches from the linen. It doesn't stain. I've been spraying like for many nights now, and I never thought about how the risks of some products that might stain your linen. I would really recommend that you try out their reed sticks. If you want to try out, they also have their soy candles. But this for me is something that I recommend for beginners. If you don't know yet which type of dispensers you want or if a candle would be safe for you, the reed sticks are the safest options that you can have. I never really thought of actually going back to aromatherapy. I thought it was so extra, like an extra cost at this time. But I also thought of the effects that it could potentially do to my wellness and to my mood and to how I feel things and remember things. We've all been trying to isolate for quite some time now, and most of us, like I for one, I haven't been to a park where I can smell flowers and fresh cut grass. I haven't been to a place where I can actually smell the fruit from a tree. I haven't been in a coffee shop that smells like vanilla, nutmeg, cinnamon, or just freshly brewed coffee, like in a coffee shop. I miss all those stuff. And when I started with these aromatherapies, I realized that it brings back a lot of good feelings and good memories. And things that I've been doing in the past are coming back to me, like, it's okay. It's okay. You know, we'll get through this. So that's how it made me feel. I hope that you guys explore aromatherapy as well with all the precautions that I've mentioned. It did help me. It helped me with anxiety and depression. If you have your thoughts as well, and if you have tried it for yourself, feel free to leave them in the comment section so we can exchange notes if you have suggestions as well. And if you have other sources that you want to recommend or some thoughts, anything you want to talk about aromatherapy, leave them in the comment section and I'll try my best to get back to you. So, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you again in my next film. Be safe, everyone, and please, if you need to go out for essential items, please wear a mask. See you again soon. Bye!